Hey lovelies! I'm doing the Webseries Tag thing, even though I'm not a vlogging type of YouTuber. I'm not even really a YouTuber, I think, that's fan videos, but yeah, anyway, I'm doing this thing apparently. And a bird just flew off. Get off the roof! Pigeons. Number 1, what is your favourite web series? It's the autobiography of Jane Eyre. I think it's always going to be the autobiography of Jane Eyre. Jane's just feels mine. She felt realer than anyone else, than any other fictional vloggers has. And I love the Elizabeth Diaries, but I think autobiography of Jane Eyre was me really falling in love with the genre, and the genre's brought me so much happiness. So yeah, I think that's always going to be me. But Nothing Much to Do comes a very close second. I adore Nothing Much to Do. Number 2, who is your favourite character? It's Jane from the autobiography of Jane Eyre. Just Jane Eyre is one of my favourite literary characters anyway. Well, Helen Burns is the top one, but she's not in the web series version really. But she's mentioned, she seems lovely. And also Ben from Nothing Much to Do has a very huge place in my heart. He's lovely. Lovely, so lovely. Number 3, literary or non-literary? I'm going to say literary. I'm not really a web series in general person. But yeah, I more watch silly one-off videos. Although I did watch all of The Vault and I really liked that. That was cool. I still watched the last episode actually, saying that. I'm a huge general literature nerd. I love hearing these stories over and over again. I can listen to them forever. So much analysis and stuff, and you can do a literary web series. I love the predictions. I love the little moments of recognition through all of them. I love falling in love with characters, all again in a way never expected, and this has been my obsession for several years now. So yeah, I think I'm set on literary web series as an overall genre of my choosing. Number 4, what is the most underrated currently airing web series? Why should people watch it? It's not currently airing, so obviously media breaking the rules, but I'm just going to have to give a shout out for The Writing Majors. It's my third favourite web series. I love the characters so much. I love the costumes. When they're on the party scenes, they're amazing. Yeah, it was a really new, interesting take on it, although they should have had more representations for non-British and American writers, obviously. Yeah, but it was really, really cool. It felt like a real blog, addresses things that I haven't heard people say before, and it's just that moment of connection, and it's really, really good. As my actual most underrated currently airing web series, I'm going to say From Mansfield with Love, because quite a few people do watch it, and because the view count is quite high, and the tag isn't exactly inactive, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like one of those main web series, and it's really very good. It's been going on for quite a long time now, so yeah. And I think the writing's really been picking up recently as well. It was always good, but the characters that weren't Frankie sometimes felt a little bit stilted mainly, and it's just a British literary web series, so I'm quite happy about that. Number 5, what show has the best racial representation? They started off quite good with Elizabeth Diaries, quite a few Asian characters, which was good. And then we had things like University Ever After, which had obviously Cinderella's black girl, though I didn't actually watch all of that, come to think of it. But yeah, then for a while it's petered out quite a lot. But then in season 2 of things like Peter Wendy, the creators seem to be thinking more about how they can include people of colour and cast people of colour, and that seems like a good thing. Number 6, which show has the best LGBTQIA plus representation? Camilla's the obvious one, but also thought that The Adventures of Jamie Watson and Sherlock Holmes. It's not always the best quality filmed web series. It's not the best written in the entire world, but it definitely did do well on the LGBTQIA plus representation. It was every character apart from Lestrade was, yeah, and I think their asexual Sherlock is the first asexual character I've seen in any kind of media in my life, so that was pretty amazing to watch, and it's a really cute show actually, lots of ways. It's good fun. And March Family Debtors did pretty well on that, I think. In Call Me Katie, just George Squared, I think. The recent discussion they had with Bates coming out and talking about demisexuality and pansexuality and things, and the pros and cons of having a label. I thought it was a really amazing discussion. I really, really loved that episode. Number 7. Which show has a better representation of disability? Well, I think the only physically disabled character we've had is, George Gleeson and Call Me Katie, and yeah, that was really cool to see. I hadn't really thought about how much we were lacking that before, I guess. And yeah, that was a wake-up call, and it was good. Yeah, and then I guess several shows do bits of mental illness. Yeah, we've had that in March Family Letters. That was done quite well. I thought it was done even better in the writing majors with Emily. I just really, really related. I also have anxiety. I've had it since I was quite small. So yeah. I think Miss Larch did a pretty good job with that. It's kind of hard to be unbiased because I helped with it a bit. How can we improve representation in these categories? So yeah, the people who originally made this tag talked about how like the big production companies and stuff really didn't have much of an excuse for not putting a lot of effort into doing more of it, all kinds of representation. I definitely agree with that, and I think quite a lot of it is the audience like demanding certain things, which like I think like Carmilla and the Adventure Peter and Wendy definitely do have like more people of colour as cast in their roles. I think that must have something to do with the fandom, just not feeling right about having an all-white cast or like very white majority cast. So yeah, I think that's really important. And I think just a lot of it is people understanding that web series genre is your way of telling your own story, and just more people feeling like they can do it, I guess. Because if we have a huge range of people telling their stories, even if they're telling them through pre-existing stories and still putting their own experiences and how they see life and their own lives through that, then we're going to have such a huge, dazzling array of diversity on screen, aren't we? I hope. I'm really excited about Dona Mocha, is it? Sorry, I can't pronounce it. The new Brazilian web series. It's the first time really I've seen people from a place that isn't the US or England or Australia or New Zealand. Taking a classic literature story, a story from their own culture, and turning it into a web series. Well, it's the first time I've seen it anyway. It might have happened, but if it was a different language, I guess I probably wouldn't have heard about it, because I'm not sure how I really would have done that before. People telling their own stories. I think maybe that's starting to be seen with series as it is. From what I've heard about it, there's a huge array of different sexualities and things in that, or going to be, and sexual identities and things. And same with Adventures of Jamie Watson and Sherlock Holmes. It's just, or independent creators bringing their own lives into the stories and sharing it with other people who can relate to that. So I don't think that's necessarily going to be in every web series still, like it won't necessarily change that. I think even those people knowing that it's worth making the effort to try and do that, and definitely people who have lives that aren't represented in the mainstream media so much, like taking things into their own hands. I realize not everyone's in a place that they can do that, either financially or time-wise, or just because they're not a creative person-wise. But like a lot of erasure goes on in the mainstream media. Like we all have lives which are like a million more times more varied and things than most mainstream shows it to be. And if we all start showing that through our own projects, it's going to get better, isn't it? It's going to have to. Number 9. Should web series move away from crowdfunding? What alternatives do you think are viable? Right, so money-wise, I'm useless. I know nothing about funding and stuff, really. I really, really get what people are talking about when they're saying they're starting to feel less inclined to donate to literary web series and things, even though they really like the show. It's because it is a very small group of people who are watching it, really, like in the general scheme of things, who are hardcore fans of lots of these shows. People who just aren't going to have the money to pay for it right now, and if they can't pay for it right now, sometimes they can't pay for it at all, because that's how crowdfunders kind of work. I think sponsors thinking about this more I'm not sure how we could do that, but yeah, sponsors, like knowing that the audience is there and thinking this is an avenue to show the product, like even very small companies, it would be a good way to get exposure, like pretty much worldwide, wouldn't it? Not sure these kind of things are completely worldwide audience, because yeah, most of the fans you see are American and so forth, but you know what I mean. And also I guess just like quite a lot of people I know are doing their student projects and things, or like my sister's fiance is involved with producing a couple of films at the moment, and they've also all been crowdfunded, and that's all indie film and things. So I guess that's kind of the world we're in at the moment, even though the indie film world does, like, in theory have things that will fund it. Even that doesn't work for like the vast majority of people who are making things. So yeah, I don't really know, but like advertising and having grants and things would be like the best thing, obviously, but I'm just not sure how that's going to happen because I don't know about these things particularly. I really do respect Kate Hackett and the people in LA who are shooting things and making literary web series. I really love the series. I think they're great in the main. I think they're really committed, creative people, but I think they tend to undervalue the like passion projects made by teenagers for no money. But I think that's closer to the heart of why I really love this genre and why most people I know really love this genre than the LA way of doing things. That might be really ignorant or something. So, to an extent, the group of young people just having a crazy weekend and deciding to make a fun vlog style thing is a bit of an illusion, because then you see behind the scenes and it's like really, really hard work and struggling with lighting for hours and so on and so forth. But I just like that idea better. Maybe at least a slight fantasy, but I think that's what makes me happy about this genre. It's seeing what people like me are making things. It's things that you found around your house, and it's a makeshift feel. In LA there are certain rules, and it does cost a lot more money to film anything there, I'm sure it does. But it's a complicated issue, isn't it? It's not like I want to get everything for free. But at the same time, like, I see shows that I love which are made for a few $1,000s. I see shows that I think are fundamentally slightly less good shows made for tens of thousands. I don't see a very big quality difference between them, and I guess it's because, again, a lot of the time the actors are unpaid, which... Question number 10, and last for one. If you could create an award for a web series, what would it be? Who would win and why? I enjoyed the Literary Inspired Web Series Awards. They weren't perfect by any means, but such a lovely gesture at the same time. I liked it for that. Personally, if I was running those kind of awards, I'd be putting more into like the best moments of series, I think. I'd like best love confession, best video which is just one person talking to a camera, best line which has been like funnily adapted into like the modern world. I think, I'm not exactly sure how to word it, but kind of just timing. Like, that's one of the things that we have for web series, isn't it? Especially the vlog series, because it feels like things are happening live. And it's one person, it's a connection. So timing does mean a huge amount. Like, with nothing much to do, we had Ben's erratic vlogs happening all the time, which felt brilliant. And I still think that was done best with Autobiography of Jane Eyre, and both with the nightmare stuff, when we had that like right in the middle of the night and it was terrifying, and then waiting. And also when she ran away from Thornfield, just knowing how to use timing. I think I'll give that to Autobiography of Jane Eyre, but I'm not sure how I'd phrase that exactly. I might tag people at the end of this and add a thing when I think of who I want to tag, or I might just leave it because I don't really want to bother anyone. But if you feel like doing it, then please take this as an invitation to do it, because yay, spreading opinions and things is like the best. Yay. This has been enough of me kind of stuttering at you and going off on tangents for you for like 20 minutes, so I'm going to end this now. I hope this was something to you. Okay, see you soon maybe, guys. Probably back making random fun bits and doing things I'm actually semi good at.